Hello there, Lunar Squadron, and welcome back to the channel. Yesterday was quite the day when it comes to Star Wars gaming, of course with the official release of the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, which is a story of its own if you've been following that game. But we also got some exciting and surprising news for Star Wars Outlaws, as we got a tweet out of the NVIDIA GeForce Now account, and we got a whole blog post alongside it that details some new gameplay details that will be in the upcoming Star Wars Outlaws later this year. And today we're going to sit down and break it all down. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel, we would love to have you as always. And the way to do that, just go down below this video, hit that little subscribe button, the bell notification right on next to it. It'll notify you every single time that Andreas and I upload. Now that out of the way, Andreas, you ready to talk about some new details for Star Wars Outlaws?
Oh yeah, let's get into it, guys.
Alright guys, so the first place that we want to start is with this tweet out of the NVIDIA GeForce Now account. This dropped Thursday morning, and it says, "A galaxy far, far away is coming to the cloud. Experience your own scoundrel story in Star Wars Outlaws, coming soon to GeForce Now." And accompanying this tweet was a 35-second gameplay video. Now, we went through the gameplay footage. It doesn't feature anything new that we haven't already seen in that gameplay trailer from last year, but nevertheless, this is pretty exciting because near the end of the video, it does confirm that Star Wars Outlaws will be launching with DLSS 3, ray tracing, and reflex, and it also says that it's coming in 2024. We all know that by now, but it's always nice to just get additional confirmation every once in a while that this game is indeed coming in 2024, because we've gotten some comments over the last few weeks of people concerned about this whole dark period of them not talking about the game and there being no marketing, and if that's something we should be concerned about. And my answer to that is, if you've lived through the Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga days, there is nothing when it comes to no marketing that will shock you or rattle you anymore. So anything going on with Star Wars Outlaws, I'm not concerned about at all. I'm still incredibly confident that they are on track to release this game within the next handful of months. But one thing that I found very interesting about this tweet, Andreas, was the fact that they said that this game is coming soon. Now, of course, we don't have any official concrete release date, but there are a lot of rumors and stuff circulating out there that says that we could be getting our hands on this game as soon as the next few months. So I just find the wording of this tweet very interesting, and I also find it very interesting that this tweet just randomly dropped, like random marketing on a Thursday morning for Star Wars Outlaws. Like, that's just very weird to me.
Not only did we get a tweet about this new integration, but we also got an entire article dedicated to the integration of DLSS 3 and other NVIDIA technology in Star Wars Outlaws. And the article, of course, prefaces itself by saying that at GDC 2024, we're announcing several new exciting integrations of cutting-edge RTX tech. So I'm guessing NVIDIA is advertising this stuff and these new tech integrations because they will be present at GDC, which does start this Monday. So who knows, on a good week, maybe we hear more about Outlaws next week as we do plug on along through GDC. And then later on, this article dedicates an entire section to Star Wars Outlaws, titled "Star Wars Outlaws launching this year with DLSS 3, ray tracing, and reflex." And one point that I want to highlight up front here is a brand new quote from the technical director, Tobias Carlson, where he says, "Here at Massive Entertainment, world building is part of our DNA. And what better way to showcase our craft than creating the first ever open world Star Wars game? Filled with distinct locations across the galaxy's outer rim, both iconic and new, players will be able to experience the Star Wars underworld like never before. DLSS 3 gives us the performance headroom to bring our vision to life and to support additional ray tracing features, helping gamers fully immerse themselves in the adventures of K-Vess and Nix." The article goes on to say how Star Wars Outlaws will be taking advantage of not just NVIDIA DLSS 3, but also other NVIDIA technologies, including NVIDIA RTX Direct Illumination and NVIDIA Reflex. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with these technologies, these are some of the technologies that play in titles such as Cyberpunk, which, if you didn't know, Cyberpunk running with all of these systems in place looks absolutely incredible. If you look at NVIDIA's demo of Cyberpunk using DLSS 3, it just looks that much better than if you've ever seen side-by-sides with either the console versions of the game or PC versions of the game running at high quality but without these technologies. And this is just one of those things that tips me off that this game will be graphically amazing. It'll be graphically impressive. And Nick, that's something that we've suspected all along given the gameplay that we've seen to date.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's a lot of stuff that immediately jumps out to me. I want to go back to that quote where he talks about how the game will be filled with distinct locations across the galaxy's outer rim, both iconic and new. And I think this is important context because he specifies across the galaxy's outer rim. And, you know, for those of us who were maybe speculating that, hey, maybe they haven't shown all the planets, or like we're hopeful that maybe they haven't shown all the planets and locations, and maybe Coruscant or, you know, a planet like that could make its way into this game. That does not appear the case, as the locations will be entirely in Star Wars' Outer Rim. And I'm pretty confident now, based off of the information that we've seen up to this point, that all of the planets that we know are in this game are going to just be the planets that are in this game. I don't think they're hiding any surprises about which planets or additional planets or anything like that. I think we have our set locations in this game, and I think that's perfectly fine, but just nice to get some additional context and confirmation about the locations and places we'll be visiting in this game. So just some cool story and gameplay details there. And then the other thing I want to focus on, Andreas, is the fact that this article highlighting these new gameplay features and details and all of these graphical improvements that will be made through with this game and all of the stuff they'll be adding, it makes me confident in the state of this game and what it's going to be like when it launches. You know, we've had games in the past from Ubisoft that didn't launch in a great place, or honestly ever make it to a great place graphically. And to see all of the technology that will be in this game and all of the systems they're implementing and what it allows them to do and how confident they sound in this game, and the fact that NVIDIA is making Star Wars Outlaws one of its poster children for all this technology, gets me really excited about where this game is at and where it's going to be at launch. And like you said, we were already incredibly confident in what this game was going to look like, how it was going to run, just based off what we've seen. But to get this additional context and information and confidence from NVIDIA themselves about what Ubisoft is building with Star Wars Outlaws is just incredibly exciting, and just makes me feel so excited and confident in what this game is going to be when it comes out.
Yeah, and that's something that I am really happy to see, because it looks like Ubisoft is really putting in the legwork here to get a perhaps capstone impressive title for Ubisoft as a company as a whole. Because if you read the way that this is structured here, it says, for example, NVIDIA has collaborated with Ubisoft and Lucasfilm Games to deliver the definitive PC experience for Star Wars Outlaws players, leveraging the game-changing technologies of GeForce RTX GPUs to enhance graphics, accelerate performance, and make gameplay even more responsive. And then I don't know if reflex is going to make a big difference. That makes more of a difference with online first-person shooters, given that it lowers latency. I don't know if that's going to really make the difference and set this game apart, but the implementation of DLSS 3 and particularly RTX Direct Illumination, these are some of the best ray tracing softwares available, and I'm so excited to see them at play, even though I firsthand probably won't be able to experience that, just given how expensive this technology is to take benefit of this at max settings on PC. I'm going to probably be playing this game on PS5, but it shows to me that Ubisoft thinks that this game at its core is impressive enough to really go to bat and get all of these incredible day one technologies into their game to have a real front runner and be that capstone title for Ubisoft as a company.
Yeah, definitely. From everything we've heard from all of the people over at Massive Entertainment about the story and the scope of this game, and now these gameplay details about what it will look like and all of this NVIDIA technology, it just really feels like Ubisoft is investing heavily in this title. They're confident in what it's going to be. They think they have a winner on their hands. Like, you can just tell that there's a lot of love and time going into this game, and I just cannot wait to get my hands on it, hopefully within the next few months. It sounds like we're definitely going to get it at some point in 2024. I just hope that is sooner rather than later, and that's at least what it sounds like it's going to be. So guys, let us know your thoughts down below on all of the new information we got about how this game will look, all of the technology, all of that great stuff, and some of the information we learned about the game itself with that quote from the technical director about the locations in this game and all of that great stuff. There really was a lot of great information that just came out of nowhere today thanks to these NVIDIA tweets and blog posts. It was really exciting to see that. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for us for this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, we will see you all next time.